Hello everyone, welcome to Studio AquaDream. Well, as I promised, today new project, rectangular aquarium project. This aquarium 60 centimeters long, 30 centimeters wide, and 25 centimeters tall. Low aquarium I wanted to do shallow this time. And look what piece of wood I have. It is over there now. I'm going to show you closer. That's the most beautiful piece of wood, with notch inside. I want here also. Put some substrate and plant some plants here. That will grow in this tree. Will grow out like this. This is how it will be. Lay in this aquarium. In this scape I want to use low water. The water will be about half filled. With the tree, and in the background here will grow plants, which can also grow in emerge form. And then the substrate will go down. And underwater here will grow grass. The front basically won't have plants. And most likely there will only be Busphalandra, which does not require high-level light. There will also be rocks in this corner. It will be empty here. Only sand with decorative pebbles. The light is the same, which I used last for my -1 centimeter square aquarium. This time I took 50 centimeters on a 60 centimeter aquarium, but I forgot that this light does not have mounting handles, which lengthen lamp, so I couldn't attach it to the aquarium itself. But luckily, since this aquarium decided to install on this table. On the table above, there's a notch here. And I just glued this light with double-sided tape to this notch. Most of the plants will be in the background. Therefore, most of the light just hits the background. Light this one on 23 watt. Also it with the app, where you can set the working time, light and its intensity. Also I want to make sand from high ground from front to back, so that this part of the tree was completely deepened in. Substrate, and also today I have a new one, Nano filter, which I will show you later. I took it for a try. I really liked it. We will fill it with sponges to get it, and see in the future how it copes. First stage will be decorating the back wall, as usual with black adhesive paper. So the black background is ready. Looks beautiful and neat. Now start setting up our piece of wood. And apply pebbles. So pebbles this time will need a lot. I even poured it in a bucket and tried to rinse in a bucket. It was very dusty, all in clay dust. I weighted it 10 times probably. It didn't wash out. I have this feeling that there are some pieces of clay, most likely in this pebbles. Therefore, gonna apply, so this is even better. Clay also promotes good plant growth, so a little bit of clay won't be a problem. So well, that is what we got, something like that. Pebble on the back, with elevation in this corner. Also elevation from the front corner. Left on the back. Here will be stones, and under the clumps themselves as well, so that the substrate does not slide forward. So the next stage will fill the substrate, aquarium substrate, and I will try to cut off the sponge for the filter and fill it at the end of this tree, since I will apply aquarium soil also inside, so it doesn't get out of the tree. So that's the kind of piece of sponge I cut off. Now we will try to shove it inside the tree. Maybe it's too big. Well, the sponge is inside turned out substrate great. From inside will not get out. Before I apply substrate, I better first install stones so that the substrate does not slide forward. Stones will hold the whole aquarium council, the whole substrate. So let's start. Finish hardscape. Then we will apply substrate. So stones I will use river gray. I tried to pick all the grays. If not enough, I have other, but slightly different in color. But it should be enough. So the next is sand. I also bought a beautiful gray and decorative pebbles, also gray. So there were not enough stones. I still took a little. Try to add. I hope the color will not be different much. So well, I think that is ready. In my opinion, it turned out very well, very natural, as if a grotto of stones slides down and becomes less and less, and a tree rubbed in the stones. Well, what before we get into the substrate, I need to glue all the rocks together, and also wood to stone, to keep the whole hardscape tight, so that when pouring water it does not slide forward. So now, so that the glue is not visible on the stones and on the tree we're gluing, I lines take a little gray sand, which we'll use in this scape, and pour a little. Well, what's ready now? Time for filling the substrate. Let's go. So, the substrate started seeping through the gaps between the stones. Yes, I will take the white sponge, cut small pieces, and I will tuck the sponge into all the crevices. It will not be visible later. So now I will add a little bit of vermicompost and close the layer of vermicompost once again with substrate. Well, what's ready? Now we will apply sand. I don't have that much sand, so you need to save it somehow. Fall a very thin layer between the stones, or in the front, and try to close our entire substrate. The whole substrate is also sand. I hope that enough lets go. The sand turned out to be terribly dusty. Gonna have to rinse with water many times until the muddle goes away completely. Well, the filter will certainly help us. Well, that hardscape is ready. I guess that aquarium soil will not go through any crevices. It will only hold on the bag. Did not see that I had one more stone left. Just it came here, I think, very well. We'll keep the substrate in that corner. He won't slide down here. The sand is wet here. Failed to clean the rocks. So we will clean when we already get water. Well, what now? Decorate the sand with pebbles and start planting plants. So of the plants I have here is such grass. I will show you this. It will go to the background. It be totally underwater. Busphalandra of different species. Anubis as usual. So these floating plants add to the surface. That's the kind of plant I want to just plant on a tree. It should grow like an emerged form, so in underwater, all over our wood. Next here is such a small cryptocoryne. I want to put it in the front, somewhere near the stones. That's the kind of plant. It will be on the back in emerged form. That's how beautiful it looks. I found all the names of these plants, but I won't even pronounce them, because their botanical name is just impossible to pronounce. This is also an emerged form will grow. That's it. So next somewhere I had a Levigia here. Here it is. A little of Levigia. I hope that it will grow in emerged form, forming a whole. Had on a clump and a little moss. Also plant on a tree. So back plants are planted. Here it is our grass. Here's this one I took from another aquarium. Planted a little here, and inside the tree it will grow. Hope. And here they are all back plants, which will grow. In air uniform, water will only be at root level. Let's see how they take root. I hope everything will be fine. Well, now time for planting of our Anubias and Biosystem. By the way, completely forgot about our little cryptocoryne. Now I'll put it in this corner and maybe into a tree. I also have such a plant. It's just a little bit left. I need to put it somewhere. I want it to use for the scape. It is in theory. Should spread all over the tree. It can grow like in water form and in the air. So if it crawls up the tree, will be very beautiful. Let's hope. Well, now it's time for Christmas moss. I will glue it on the tree. Well, that is it, friends, we're done. All plants are planted, moss glued. I added more brown pebbles for the decoration, since the rocks are some yellowish, to combine everything in colors. Now I will deepen it a little more in the sand to make it look more natural. Better to do it. And so on, prepare our filter. Here you see here is such a nano filter, tiny. I found it made right here in Vietnam. Well, here the holders one down the otit to the top. That's such a lid. With motor. There will be a water set at the bottom. And there will be an exit from above. Here's for the exit itself. These are miniature tubes for water entry for exit. They are plastic. Suction cups for them. In general, that's all. And I will fill in the following materials. First layer 1 will add for bacteria for hip colonies. These are the balls. Ferritic carbon activated for better water filtration. Curagen. Also in the bag I will add to purify water. 2, it was crystal clear. Removes all the yellowness. And then sponges will go. Sponge that's such a major fraction. Sponge that's the kind of wool D is called. That's so blue. Cut out under filter size and start installing. Let's go, can't wait already. Fill the aquarium with water soon. Well, that our filter is ready. Very cool. All the sponges got in. All the fillers got in. Very cool. Now remains cut. Tube under the size of the water outlet stroke. Filter I will install at the back of the aquarium. It will not be visible. Only the tubes will be visible, but they are transparent, therefore spoil the view. The whole aquarium they will not. Well, what are we done? I'm creepily happy with the result. It turned out very pretty. Very natural. The filter is doing its job. It all works. I added snails. The water is still muddy since the sand was very dusty. But over time I think that it will become transparent, completely filtered out. And in a few days I will make the final video. By the way, here added another piece of ficus. I hope that it will grow. Ficus likes to grow on a tree. I hope that it will grow all over the moss. All over the tree will crawl. Also Levigia. Levigia can grow well above water. I expect it to grow a big hat. In this part. That's all. Beauty, well, if you liked my new scape put like this video, leave your comments under it. And also don't forget to press the subscribe button. Support my channel. And see you again in new videos. Bye bye.